Extending God's care. If only my master would see the prophet who is in Samaria. Naaman, a highly respected commander of the Aramean army, was told by a captive Israelite girl to seek a cure from a prophet in Samaria. Naaman arrives at Elisha's house, but is angered when the prophet sends a messenger telling him to wash 7 times in the Jordan River instead of coming out personally. After dipping 7 times in the Jordan River, Naaman was healed of leprosy. God's care breaks human barriers. Rich and poor one in Christ. Humility before God. God's care breaks human barriers. Divine compassion, demolishing divisions. Status, pride, nationality, and expectation. Jews and Gentiles, as one body. No distinction. Grace, above judgment. Mercy, triumphs over judgment. For he himself is our peace, who has made both one. Grace disregards boundaries. Naaman was a brilliant military commander, highly respected by his king, but he had leprosy, a devastating, isolating skin disease. His healing did not come from a royal decree or a wealthy physician. It came from a captured, unnamed Israelite servant girl. The takeaway: God often extends his care through the most unexpected. Marginalized people. True faith allows us to look past social status to see value in everyone, recognizing that anyone can be a vessel for God's grace. Pride is the real disease. When Naaman arrived at Elisha's house with his grand horses and chariots, expecting a dramatic, theatrical healing ritual, Elisha didn't even come out to meet him. Instead, the prophet sent a messenger with a simple instruction: go. Wash yourself 7 times in the Jordan. Naaman flew into a rage because the solution didn't match his pride or his cultural expectations. The takeaway: we often miss God's care because we want it on our own terms. Pride makes us reject simple truths or ordinary means because they feel beneath us. Healing and growth require us to drop our expectations and lay down our ego. Big breakthroughs in small steps. Naaman's servants wisely challenged his anger, essentially saying, if the prophet told you to do something massive, you would have done it. Why not do this simple thing? Naaman listened, humbled himself, and dipped into the muddy Jordan River. On the 7th dip, his flesh was completely restored. The takeaway: obedience is rarely about grand, heroic gestures. It's usually found in quiet, daily acts of surrender. God's care is fully realized when we trust him enough to take the small, mundane steps he asks of us. God's care is inclusive, but receiving it requires humility. To extend and experience God's care, we must be willing to listen to the small voices in our lives, look past outward appearances, and obey God even when his instructions don't make sense to our logical or prideful minds.